Okay, now we're live. It's only taken 5 minutes to get this to work. Let me see if I can rotate it. I don't know if it'll let me. Hold on. Nope. So we will be going this direction for the live stream today. Still scoreless. Prior Lakes definitely had more puck possession than we have. Back to the point, gets out. Evan backhands it back out of the defensive zone, goes all the way down, and that'll go for an icing. So I'll just have to tell you the score and everything today since we don't have the app that I normally use to control everything and put the score and the clock on there isn't working today. All right, so Hudson gets it. He's got a little bit of space. Drops it back. Wyatt picks it up there. Dumps it back behind the net, picked up by Prior Lake. And Prior Lake will pass it out of the zone and bring it down. They get it into our side. And it's now taken away by CCHA. That is Caden bringing it down the ice. He's got some room, so he's just going to take advantage of it. Gets around some defenders, takes a shot, and finds the corner. So we've got a goal. It's the first one of the game, scored by Caden on a pretty solid individual effort, taking it mostly end-to-end. So we'll get a face-off after the opening goal. That comes loose. Lucas picks it up, knocks it back through into the middle of the neutral zone. Then Prior Lake picks it up, dumps it in. Evan is back to get it. Puts it around a Prior Lake player. Back to Evan. He's looking for somewhere to go. And Hudson loses it, but Evan picks it back up, gets it forward. And Reese has it, trying to get through center ice. Dumps it over, but it is picked up by Prior Lake. They've got a head of steam, and that is stopped by JP on the breakaway. Another shot coming in from deep, but that is stopped by a defender. Prior Lake takes another shot. It gets loose after it hits Lucas's skate, and that one will get loose and go all the way down, and they're going to call it icing, even though it, I think it bounced, at least should have hit a Prior Lake player, but I think our guys are a little sleepy so far. And there's wasn't as much focus before the game as there is always. Face-off comes. Drop back, but that'll get out of the zone and squirt past everyone. It's a foot race. Prior Lake wins it, but they take it behind the net, and Maddox gets there. Comes back to the point. Held up by CCHA at the point, and they keep fighting for it along the far boards. And shot wide of the net. Caden comes in, takes it behind the net. He gets it right out front, and that, couple of rebound shots too, looking for a home, but goalie was in place. They're going to fight for it in the corner. Cam had it. They tried to get a shot off, but couldn't. And now Prior Lake comes away with it. That comes all the way back, picked up again by CCHA. Maddox passes it forward to Cam. Cam looking for some room, gets around, backhand shot well wide. That was a little high end wide of the net. They're fighting for it in the corner. Cam has it again. He's got Maddox, but he misses him with the pass. Maddox drops back, picks up the puck, tries to shoot, but it gets blocked. A little bit of room for Evan. Low shot, but deflected away by a defender. And looks like Cruz held it in. McCoy takes a shot over the net. Puck is loose going into the corner. Prior Lake picks it up there. There's a line change going on for CCHA as Prior Lake brings it down the ice. That's knocked off of a stick. And it's taken away. Cruz has it in the corner, puts it up forward, trying to get it to Nathan. Nathan crosses it, finds Reese. Reese has it, takes a shot. That was about 6 feet over the net. Picked up behind the net by Gavin. Gavin tries to pass it back, but it gets away, and Prior Lake is bringing it down the ice again. Deflected off of one stick and picked up by Nathan there. He's got Gavin with him. If he can get around the defender, they just got a part of the puck. Now it gets away from Gavin as he was trying to fight through a couple of defenders, and now I guess we've got a penalty call. There's a slash, likely on us, I think. No. They called it. They stopped the play. Yeah, that's slash. They stopped the play when we touched the puck, but whatever. So it's yeah, it should have been a delayed. So we have a power play for a minute and a half. Caden puts it over onto Lucas's stick. He takes a shot, goes wide. Caden steps up, trying to hold the zone. He does. He knocks it back into the corner. Gavin's there to try to pick it up. He's fighting with Prior Lake. Now it's knocked back down. Prior Lake finally gets back on it. Caden steps up, puts it back into the zone. Nathan's there by himself. Gets around a defender, but just loses control of the puck. Gavin steps up to Reese steps up to take a shot, but just couldn't get enough of it. So we got another line change going on behind the play. 45 seconds left on the power play. Here comes Prior Lake. They've got a little bit of space. 2-on-1, but lose the puck in the process. Caden gets it. He's going to bring it up ice. Passes it across to Nathan, who loses it to a Prior Lake defender. It's knocked back in. They check up. Here comes Nathan again, trying to toe drag around, but they're there with their sticks to keep him from being able to do it. And it's lost again by Prior Lake, trying to come up the ice. Evan gets around. He's got room. Backhand just hits the goalie. They're going to fight for the loose puck in front of the net. And now it gets knocked over to the far boards. Defenseman steps up, but Prior Lake gets it around. The penalty is over. Now it'll be dumped behind the net. Prior Lake will get there first. They try to center. Hudson steps up, passes it across to McCoy. Knocked off of McCoy's stick. Prior Lake tries to regather it in their own end. Oh, dangerous pass. Almost goes in on their own team. And then we had a shot at putting it in, but couldn't get enough on it to get it past the goalie. Cruz will reacquire. Goes off of his skate. He's got it in the corner now, though, but it gets away. Hudson stepped in, and now it looks like Wyatt got on it, and we've got another penalty. It's a hooking call, likely on us. Yeah, Wyatt's going for a 2-minute hooking call. Well, minute and a half in this game. Yep. So we'll get a face-off to JP's right, our left. Puck drops. Prior Lake controls. They cross ice with it. Try to dump it in. That gets taken away. That'll come across. Maddox has it. He's got some room, but couldn't quite get the speed going with it. Cruz steps up, gets through a couple of guys with it. Cam comes away with it after a bit of a fight. They hold the zone. Cam keeps it in, but he goes down. Here comes Prior Lake the other way. And he's going to go wide with it, looking for a centering pass. Loses control of the puck. That is knocked back the other way. Cam comes away with it. It's knocked off of his stick by Prior Lake. Looks like that was a shot that went wide. And now it's brought almost out of the zone by Maddox. And now CCHA has it. Back up to Maddox. He'll pass it through. Good job looping it through. Cam has it. If he can get past, he's got room. Goes for the shot, gets taken down for his trouble while shooting. We got a trip on Prior Lake, and Cam is not feeling good. He hit the net hard. That was a hard hit into the net. Took it about a foot and a half, 2 feet off of its moorings. And hopefully he's okay. We'll just keep the camera over on our bench for now. He's trying to get up. Slowly does. He's skating. Doesn't feel good for him though. So hopefully he can come back in the game. And it's just a temporary bruise or something like that. So the penalty kill is over for CCHA. It'll be 4-on-4 for about 23 seconds. They're not given a penalty shot, even though it was a shooting foul. So it's 4-on-4 for 23 seconds. Then we'll have a 1:07 power play. CCHA controls. Nathan dumps it behind the net, and Prior Lake comes away with it. Prior Lake dumps it down, and that'll go for icing. That got away from everyone, so we'll redo a face-off down in the Prior Lake end.
They were playing music during the whole time. That made it super fun, didn't it? Oh, I see what she's talking about. The sky things up there. And warming. There's in do you see that it's like a sky?
Face-off comes. Gavin just loses control of it. Here comes Prior Lake down the ice. That's knocked away, but they hold the zone. Penalty is over on CCHA, so it is now 5-on-4 in our favor. Puck comes loose into the neutral zone, picked up there by Nathan. He's got some space, takes a shot, and that'll be gloved and held by the Prior Lake goalie.
It's not as hard, so the ice can get kind of soft. Right now, it's probably not an issue because it's cold outside. No, that's the highest. This is the lowest. There's nothing above it, just the sky.
Okay, so we'll get a face-off in the Prior Lake end. Gavin knocks it back. Cruz crosses it. Here comes Luke. He steps up, takes a shot, gets through the crease, wide of the net. Prior Lake acquires the puck. They'll bring it down ice, and offsides? Or do we have another penalty? It doesn't look like they're walking anyone to a box, so I guess it's an offsides call. They were in the zone before the puck. One of their forwards got ahead of the puck. Face-off comes. It's knocked loose. Reese puts it back into the Prior Lake end, but they were in position to get it. They'll carry it into our zone. They lose it there. Reese is trying to pick it up again, but the Prior Lake player just threw his body at it. And that's still going to be knocked around. It comes out of the zone. Prior Lake had it for a second. That'll come up all the way to Reese. He peels off looking for a pass. Loses the puck in the process. It is held in the zone. Luke steps up and loses it in traffic. And that'll do it for the first period. It is a 1-0 game after the first period. Shots on goal are CCHA 7, Prior Lake 5. We'll get a little bit of coaching before we start the second period. Hopefully, second period, we can skate a little bit faster. Looked like we were moving a little slow, struggling with some passing, at least early. It looked like it got better as the period went on. Cam is in the group getting coached up, so hopefully he's okay. He's skating a little gingerly still, but
Is he back on the ice?
he was for the intermission, but I don't know if he'll be back out or not. Everyone's in position. Face off by Hudson, knocked over to the wall. McCoy is fighting for it. It comes loose. One of the Prior Lake defensemen picks it up. Evan catches it at the blue line, knocks it back into the neutral zone. Now Lucas has it. He'll go through and just carry it into the zone. Gets around one defender, still keeps it, but his shot goes behind the net. That'll come all the way over to the point. Evan calms it down, dumps it back in. Now it's bouncing right in front of the net. Nobody's got it. And Evan will try to step up and hold. Prior Lake does get it around him. But someone else got there to play in behind him, so that worked out well. Prior Lake gets it. They dump it in right to a defender. That's Lucas with it. Evan passes it up to McCoy. McCoy gets it through the defense, but gets away from him. He tries to center, but didn't quite get enough stick on it. Maddox has it in the corner, tries to center. That's going to be knocked away by a defenseman. Another extra whack by a CCHA player, but it came loose over to the side. Caden has it. He's going to cross it all the way over. Gavin has it now. He's tied up with two defenders, gets through them. Big pass across, and they couldn't quite execute. Goalie did a good job getting across the crease, and that's a goal. Well, yeah, kind of. It was an odd one, and that's a girl.
It was a girl.
Yeah.
I wondered if it was.
So it is now a 2-0 game in favor of CCHA. Cam is on there to take the face-off, which is great news for the team. Prior Lake controls. They get it into the defensive zone. Cruz is there to get it around into the corner. Prior Lake acquires it on the far boards. They try to knock it back in, but it's just bouncing around in some feet and skates. Still bouncing around. That'll get wide. Caden's after it behind the net and in the corner. He gets muscled off. That pass is deflected back to the point. Defenseman takes a shot that doesn't even come close to the net. That's knocked away by multiple skaters. Both teams hit it. Caden's got it. He'll dump it up off the boards. He's got a forward. Crosses to Shancer. Here comes Wyatt. He tries to get around and does. Shot, goal. Beautiful effort by Wyatt in the zone to get through a defenseman and then finds the far edge of the net. Good passing, and that leads to, a little bit of an opening. Guess I need to pay attention to whether or not I have the tripod balanced a little more. There we go. We'll get the face-off after the goal. Looks like Hudson had it, knocked away by Prior Lake. Luke steps up trying to keep it in. It gets lost along the near boards. That will stay in with Evan. He's walking in, crosses it, looks for a shot, just misses the net. Now it'll come back, probably all the way to Luke. He tries to hold it in and does. It gets taken away by Prior Lake. They get it into the neutral zone, almost get it into our zone, but it's taken away. Here comes Hudson again. Reese picks it up there, goes into the corner, looking for Summer to go with it, but loses the puck. And we've got a penalty of some sort. We got a hooking penalty against Prior Lake.
Evan's talking to JP about something. I don't know what was going on there. Do you know what hooking is?
I know what the not safe for work version of that is, but Evan holds at the blue line, dumps it in. It's going to be fought for by Reese. A couple other forwards come over. Looks like Nathan's there. Hudson's there. Still fighting over it. That'll come out to the defenseman. Evan takes a bouncing shot. Leg save by the goalie. That's a tough one to make because a bouncing puck, you don't have any control. They walk in, shot right into the glove of the goalie, and she'll hold on. Until there's hitting, they can do mixed. Usually they separate before, but yeah. That'll come back after the face-off. Caden has it. He passes it down into the corner. Try to get it open. They have someone there. The goalie was just able to get across. Lucas will step up and hold it in. He'll get it back to Cam. Cam tries to put it towards the center, but it's taken away by Prior Lake. Here they come down the ice. Little bit of room. Tries to control, but goes off the side of the net. CCHA takes it. That'll come up just past McCoy, and Prior Lake is fighting for it along the boards. Cam's in there. Prior Lake comes away with it. And he tries to turn the corner, loses an edge, and that'll be a penalty on us. They're going to call a trip. Could have called interference. Could have been a couple of different calls there. I didn't necessarily see the trip, but I get why they're sending them in. So Caden takes a seat for a minute and a half. So it'll be 12 seconds of 4-on-4 before Prior Lake gets a power play. Puck drops back. Evans on it. He'll lift it down the ice. That'll get past the Prior Lake defender on the point. Gavin forces it back into Prior Lake's zone, but they manage to lift it back out. That gets up to Gavin. He goes around the defender. He's got some space. He'll just put on the brakes and center it. Wyatt had it, but it was knocked away. And now Prior Lake is trying to get it into some space. They have it, but not clean. And that'll go drifting into the corner. Shot back up the far wall by CCHA. That shot is knocked down by Cruz. Comes over to Wyatt, bounces off of his stick right to Prior Lake. They're going to fight for it right at the blue line, and that'll be an offsides call.
Okay. You want some water? There's some
And we will get the face-off on the near dot, just outside the CCHA zone. It is still a penalty kill for CCHA for another 41 seconds. Puck is in play. Prior Lake wins the face-off. They pass it into about center ice. Now their forwards pick it up. They're onside. Dump it just past the net into the near corner. Then they'll drop it back to the point. Defenseman takes a shot, knocked away by our defenseman. And here it comes up ice. Evan passes it to Wyatt. Wyatt's got a little bit of room. It's still loose right in front. Backhand goes right into the goalie's leg pad. It's down in the corner. 4 seconds left. Held in. Now it's put out by Prior Lake, but we're back at full strength. Hudson has it, backhands it wide. Evan gets there first, passes it forward. They're on, well, they called it offsides, but it looked like our Evan was tackled into the zone. And it looked like they actually held up, but oh well. Back to Caden, over to Luke. Forward to Reese. He's got it in the zone, trying to get past a couple of defenders. They try to dump it out. It's held up in the zone. Reese loosens it up for Hudson, and he gets run off the puck. It's trapped in the corner. It comes loose. That'll come all the way back. Luke holds. He'll cross it. Caden's got it. He'll step up a bit, pass it down into the corner. Trying to center it, gets knocked aside. Now comes around the near boards, coming up a ways. Hudson's on it again. He's got some space. Gets knocked off of his stick. Caden reacquires it there. He'll turn quickly and try to dump it in. He does. It's behind the net. Prior Lake gets there first, and that will come out of the zone. And Luke tried to cross it over, but didn't have anyone there with him. Here comes Prior Lake into the zone. It's knocked into the corner. They're looking for some space to center it. They get a centering pass. Loose puck comes wide of the net and is taken away by CCHA. Pass got centered right out there, but they couldn't control it. And now CCHA comes back the other way. Caden's on it again. He finds some room, just knocked off, but it goes straight to Nathan. Shot wide of the net. Rebound, goal. And it looks like Hudson with the goal there off the rebound. Nathan took a shot wide of the net. The rebound came right out on the other side of the net to Hudson, and he put it away.
You jinx it.
Yeah, you never say that word until the game's over. Face-off comes, controlled by CCHA. McCoy has it. He's going to go a little wide. Tries to push it through, knocked away by Prior Lake. It's now trapped up against the boards. Cam's after it. McCoy's still in with it. Cam tries to center right away, but it's knocked off his stick. And now there's a couple of guys down in the corner. It's on the far boards. Prior Lake does get it off and will pass it. They get it into the zone, and that will be deflected by CCHA behind the net. Comes loose into the corner. That'll come up the boards to McCoy. He loses control of it. Prior Lake gets it back. Now they're fighting for it right down in front. Prior Lake gets it. They come away. They've got a two-on-one opportunity. And their attempt on the pass doesn't go where it needs to, and that goes off a JP and into the net. It looks like the pass hit JP's leg pad, and I think it found its way into the net from there.
Yeah, I missed that.
Because he was behind the net, Pat throwing it forward, and he just tossed it off of JP and in because he wasn't tight to the post.
Stay tight to the post.
Who's on? Okay, guys, figure it out. Looks like we're rotating lines. Reese will take the face off. And Prior Lake gets it into the defensive zone. It comes back out. Still being knocked around and lost in everyone's skates. Now it comes back into CCHA's defensive zone.
They could score 2 more goals really fast. So, and that's part of it is, yeah, we don't jinx it. But
And they will dump it in offsides. So we'll get a face-off after the offsides. Puck is in play. Wyatt drops it back to his defense. Crosses it. That'll come up the ice a ways. Who's on it now? Shot on goal, knocked away by the defense. It's still loose right in front. It's reacquired. Pass. It's still loose. Jeez. Just a ton of loose pucks there. That'll be put towards the net, but deflected by Prior Lake. That just doesn't get held in. Luke's in a foot race.
Stay in front.
And that'll be knocked off. They're going to call a penalty on that.
I think it's on this.
Hooking.
How is that hooking? Not exactly sure what that was.
It happens.
See, and here's another example of something great.
So we'll lose a player for, it looks like Luke is off for hooking.
Yeah, it's a power play.
And so now it is a power play for Prior Lake for a minute 30. There are 3:43 left in the period. We get it out of the zone. It is backhanded deeper by Caden. Prior Lake gets it back. They're going to get it into about center ice before Caden comes across and takes it. Fought for in the zone. Prior Lake does come away with it. Taken away again. They hold it barely, and their defenseman goes down. There's a chance at a 2-on-1. Big behind-the-back pass, but got a little too fancy. And Nathan went for a real fancy pass, gets around some defenders, backhands it towards the net, but it hits the side. That'll come all the way down. And that'll go for icing, so we'll get a face-off down the Prior Lake end. 41 seconds left on the penalty. That was a great attempt at a pass, but nobody was expecting him to go behind his back with it. So his line mate was well ahead of where the puck came across. Reese takes the face-off. It goes over to the far boards, held in there. It'll come across on the far boards, and now Prior Lake will pass it forward. Almost intercepted by Evan, but it went right back to Prior Lake. He knocks it back. Prior Lake gets it at center ice and tries to dump in. They drag around one player, but lose the puck in the process. It's at the point. Shot taken from the point, deflected over to the wall. Prior Lake gets it behind the net. They've still got control. They center it. No one was there to do anything with it, and that will go wide. That was played with a high stick, and so we'll get a face-off, and the puck is now stuck up in the netting. Yep.
Puck is stuck up in the net, and our power play is done.
Looks like the penalty is over, but we'll get a face-off down in our end because we put it up out of play, and we played it with a high stick. Puck drops. Prior Lake takes a shot. It's loose right in front of the net. JP gets it again, and it's finally knocked away. Prior Lake dumps it out. They pass it all the way back. And here we go again. Cam gets it. He's going to try to get through a lot of defensemen. Couldn't quite do it. He was going through 4 players for the other team. And that'll come in loose. Prior Lake gets it from the corner. That is a loose puck that came right out front. That shot goes wide. Prior Lake trying to center again, and JP will hold. Right under his leg after a bit of a flurry by Prior Lake. Puck drops, controlled by Prior Lake, but it's taken away. And here comes CCHA down the ice. McCoy passes it over. Maddox takes a shot, gloved and held by the goalie. So we'll get a face-off at the other end of the ice. A minute 16 left in the second period. Prior Lake gets control of the puck after the face-off. They will carry it through the neutral zone. Now they'll dump it in. Taken away by CCHA. Cam passes it across. He's got Maddox, but Prior Lake was there. Then it was knocked back to the point. Couple of shots there, and that'll be covered up by the goalie. But the puck came all the way back to the point, was held in, I think, by Evan to start the offensive push by CCHA. So we'll get a face-off down in the Prior Lake end. All right, puck's in. It's out to center ice, just a little past. Still being fought for along the boards. Evan will dump it out of the zone and up forward, and it will be caught by Gavin, but Prior Lake gets there first, still held in. It is loose in the slot, comes back to Evan. He'll put it at the net. Couldn't quite get the deflection, so it goes wide. Now it is knocked down the wall by Prior Lake, and that is out of the zone. No icing on the play, but Evan got there before it would have been icing anyway. He'll wrap it around the boards. That'll come out. The CCHA gets it. Gavin's on it. Takes a shot right to the leg of the goalie. And there we go with the end of the second period. 4-1 in favor of CCHA. 19 shots on goal for us and 10 for Prior Lake. And their one goal was on kind of a deflection off of JP. He didn't quite have the net hard, close enough, and they were able to bounce it off of him into the goal. So got something to talk to him about after the game.
Why are you giving me such angry looks? Did you get your facial expressions from Dad?
We're under 10 seconds before we'll get back out on the ice for the next period.
Boys game hard, boys.
Okay, and we've got both teams on the ice. And everyone's in position. Face-off comes, knocked around in center ice. Prior Lake will control. Skated in, that shot goes off of Caden's, looks like his shin pads. Caden gets it around a couple of defenders, but they manage to hold it in. They center it, taken away. And here comes Nathan. He's got some speed. He's trying to get through a couple of defenders. Backup shot just gets deflected wide.
What's his first
Gavin.
name? Gavin.
And that'll go, we had one ref said it was onside, the other said it was off. So the one with the whistle said it was offside.
So he wins.
Face-off comes. Cruz steps up, almost gets it. It's still being knocked around. Evan gets it into the zone. Nathan with some room takes a shot right into the gut of the goalie. And she will hold on for a face-off.
20 shots on goal for us.
And it looks like Evan came off not feeling so good. Cruz gets it, dumps it in around the boards. That'll be knocked back to the point. Luke was there to get it, but Prior Lake knocked it off his stick. They've got some room and a 2-on-1, but they couldn't control it to get the pass. Cruz took it to the behind the net. And now they'll dump it back, and that'll just pop out of the zone. And Prior Lake will have to regroup. And that was, they tried to tip it in, but still not finding any space. Nathan's got it with a line change behind him. Takes a shot, gloved and held by the goalie. Couldn't quite get enough on that shot anyway because they had their sticks in the way. But it did give us a chance to get a nice clean line change without any danger.
She's doing a really good job today. Yeah, she's like,
Face-off comes. Prior Lake controls. They will skate it through the neutral zone. Lose it just past center ice. They're going to fight for it right down front. It's slowly drifting one way. And Maddox does pull it out, but it is knocked away again. Now they're fighting on the blue line for it. Comes in a little bit further. Still fighting over it. And Maddox has it. He's in the zone, but loses the puck. That is knocked around. And finally, Prior Lake gets it up to another player. They're looking for some space, trying to carry it in, but loses the puck. Comes up to Maddox. He tries to get it out. Prior Lake pinches him off on the boards. And Lucas will get it out of the zone. Prior Lake has it. They'll pass it between defenders. Goes off the far wall. Prior Lake checks up to be onside. High shot off of JP. And that will come. Oh, and Prior Lake steps in to take it into the slot. Loose puck. JP's there. JP tried to knock it to the side, ended up knocking it right back to a Prior Lake player. And here comes CCHA with the puck. I think that's McCoy who's got it. Gets it around a defender, centers. Oh, and they just handcuffed each other with the passing.
That would have been.
McCoy got it to Cam. Cam tried to go to Maddox, and in the process, it went to nobody. They ended up running out of space with all the passing. It's great that they're not selfish, but sometimes you just put the puck on the net. So we're going to face off with Hudson, Nathan, and it comes back to Cruz on defense, puts it over to the... Oh!
Dang it.
Just about knocked around the goalie, but not quite. Nathan gets it, skates through some space into the slot, looking for a backhand pass that is deflected by Prior Lake, held in at the point. And here comes Prior Lake again. It's still in. They get it up to Nathan. If he can get around one defender, he's got a good shot. Just misses, went high with it. Another shot goes right through the crease. No one there on the back door to put it away. Prior Lake gets it out to the neutral zone. And Hudson tries to backhand it in. Prior Lake gets it away. Cruz picks it up. He'll bounce it off the wall and then reacquire it to carry it in himself. He's looking for a backhand pass. And that will go through the crease but miss the net. And that will come out of the zone. Evans back after it. He gets it. He crosses. Hudson just missed it, but he holds it. And then it's knocked into the Prior Lake zone. They get it and take it out. Evan puts it back in. And it's going to come all the way back out again. That's past everyone. No icing on the play. Cruz will take it behind the net. He'll pass it back to Evan. Evan tries to pass it, loses it, goes back to Cruz. Now it's loose right in front. Evan reacquires it, gets it over to Reese. Reese tried to bounce it around a Prior Lake player, but it ended up right in his gut. Now it's against the wall. That comes right into the slot. Cruz gets it out of danger. It is out of the zone. And it'll come across. Maddox has it into the zone, but it gets loose, and here comes Prior Lake again. That goes off a stick, so no icing. I think that's Caden who got back on it. Maddox tries to get it through some traffic too. It comes loose. Luke will get it over on the far wall, pass it forward. It's out of the zone. Gavin gets it around everyone if he can get his speed moving. But he'll stop and double back looking for a pass. Comes back to the point. They'll cross it, held in. Here comes Caden in with a little bit of room. That shot bounces off Prior Lake's shin. That pass just went through everyone, and now it's back to the point with Luke. Puts it towards the net, comes loose to Caden, tries to shoot, misses on the shot, and here comes Prior Lake with the puck. Back the other direction. They've got it in, sharp shot, and that'll be held on to by JP. A lot of back and forth on that one. 6:51 left in the game. Still a 4-1 game. Face-off comes, controlled by CCHA. Cruz passes it, finds Nathan, who gets by one defender, tries to put it across and just couldn't get anything on it, but he gets it behind the net, tries to pass it out hard, but it squeaks past the other forward. Here comes Prior Lake back the other way. Tries to get around Cruz, can't. Cruz gets around another player, puts it out to center ice. It's loose. Knocked back a ways by Prior Lake. They get it. We'll carry it into the zone. It's taken away again. 3-on-2 if we get some speed moving, but they knock it off a stick. Here it comes. Nathan's got it. Walks into the slot. Loses the puck. It rolled up on him. And so Prior Lake wraps it around. It'll come all the way over to the near boards where Cruz picks it up. Skates it in deep. Tries to pass it out front. Goes off of Prior Lake's stick. Now it's stuck behind the net. It's dumped back, and it'll be held at the point by Lucas. puts it all the way through off the near boards, picked up, and we lose an edge, so Prior Lake's got a little bit more room. It's knocked back. Cam's got it, but can't get through all the defenders. He didn't have it cleanly, and then he had to try to skate through at the same time, so he lost his lane in traffic. Sorry about that. It's going back the other way now. Now Prior Lake dumps it in. Comes across to Lucas. He's got it. He's looking for a good passing lane. Tried to use the boards, but it stopped short. Prior Lake gets on it. McCoy takes it away. And he'll get back on it on the far boards. Gets it up to Nathan. Nathan's got some room. Passes it to center. And a good bit of dancing through traffic results in a goal for Cam. He got the goalie down. I think that was Cam. Or was it? Yeah, it was. Just got the goalie down and was able to stick handle right around her. 5-1 game. Under 5 minutes to go. Caden has it. He will use the boards to get it out. Prior Lake takes it back. They get it into the zone. They cross it. Little bit of space there, but they can't get the pass to connect after that. It's in the corner. Prior Lake has it. They're looking to pass it out front. It is knocked away. That one, big shot from the point, goes right into a Prior Lake player. That'll be taken away. And now they've got it into some room. Maddox has all kinds of room. He passes it. Oh! Passed it, but got in a little bit too close to the skates on, I think, Wyatt. Otherwise, that was going into the twine. Now they're looking for the good pass.
Which I appreciate.
So we got Hudson taking the face off with Maddox and Wyatt. That is tied up, held in by Maddox. He tries to take a shot. That gets immediately deflected all the way across. Prior Lake gets it on the far boards. Taken away in the neutral zone. Back up to Maddox. He'll dump it in. Right back out by Prior Lake. Caden has it. Puts it over to Evan, who puts it forward. And that will go for an icing. That got away from everyone. They're fixing the net. Looks like it came off down at that end. We'll get a face-off down here to JP's left, our right. And here comes the puck. Picked up by Cruz behind the net. Uses the boards to get it up to Maddox. He loses an edge. Shot on net. JP will cover. So we'll get a face-off to JP's right, our left. Puck is in play, loose. Finally comes over. They're still kind of a little bit slow on the passing, so it finds a little bit of space. Prior Lake isn't able to do a whole lot with it. That'll be a penalty for a trip on us. That'll be, I think, Luke getting his second. Yeah, Luke will go for a minute and a half. Yeah. Oh, he knew. He went straight there. There was no argument. Face-off comes. Back to the point. Prior Lake tries to put it in on net. It is deflected wide by Cruz. He picks it up, skates it through the corner, goes off a skate, and now it's right in front. JP holds on. And I think that's game. I think it's, we're out of time. So that'll be game, a 5-1 win. Wow, that guy got loose and JP held his ground, was able to keep it out. Yep. So they'll line up for handshakes after the game. And 5-1 in favor of CCHA. 24 shots on goal for us. 14 for them. Pretty good game all around. Just would have liked to see JP hold the post a little bit more and put up that 0. We'll see you probably tomorrow. I think we have a scrimmage against St. Michael Albertville.